Hello, and welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we are talking about the importance of hydration and how to stay hydrated.
Hey Shannon, how you doing?
I'm thirsty.
Oh no! That's not good.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about this because it's about 150 degrees here and I need to be hydrated.
150 feels like 210.
Right. Both of us are experiencing warm weather right now. But when the heat index is over 100, it just feels so miserable.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't even mention our little baby heat wave because it's like one day of, 95 degree weather.
Right. Well, and for a lot of people in Portland, they don't even have AC, so that's a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And staying hydrated is so important in the summer.
Yeah, and in the winter too, right?
It is. After I said that, I thought exactly the same thing. Like, it's not seasonal.
Right. It's just you need to do it more perhaps in the summer if you're sweating a lot. I try really hard not to sweat. So
good job.
Yeah, I do a pretty good job of it too because I'm an indoor cat. But I know that, hydration is especially important for people who are perspiring.
Yes. Yeah, it makes it harder.
Yeah, and we talked in a previous episode, a recent episode, about how important hydration is for stress relief. And I was saying how I find it so logistically challenging to get the amount of water that seems to be recommended. Mm-hmm. And you said you had lots of tips on that. So I am sitting here rubbing my palms together, waiting to walk away with more hydration.
Did you say with glee?
No, I didn't, but I should have. I am feeling gleeful.
That's good. Yeah. Well, I feel like we should maybe take a second to explain the title of today's episode.
Oh, right.
Hydrate or die.
Do. Yeah.
Because, it's true, but that's also a little more in your face than we usually are.
It's not our usual gentle nature coming through.
But that comes from my mountain climbing days, and that would be one of our regular refrains, just to sort of remind everyone to keep sipping on water. And, where I think everything was laced with a little more hyperbole during that time.
Mountain climbers, yeah. But, is it true that at higher elevations, hydration is extra important?
Yeah. Well, you need to drink more water because you're losing more in your breath. Like when it's cold and you're breathing and you can see your breath, mm-hmm. That's water vapor.
Uh-huh.
And if you're hiking, climbing, whatever, if you're exerting yourself, you're also sweating. So you do need to stay well hydrated. And I think one of the biggest things that people don't get right, so to speak, about hydration is that they drink a lot of water at a time. Like, we'll chug a glass of water. Mm-hmm. And that's not super effective for keeping you hydrated because your body can only absorb so much water at a time. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's about a cup of water, which is why they say 8-ounce glasses.
Oh, okay.
So, if you drink 2 pints of water, that's not half your water for the day.
Well, geez.
I know. I'm sorry.
I never drink more than 8 ounces at a time, I don't think, personally. But so what you're saying, and is that 8-ounce glasses a day, is that sort of a universal truth? Do you know?
Well, there are a lot of ideas about how much water you need to drink. And, some people say that you're, I can't remember how this goes, like half your weight in ounces. So like if you weigh 150 pounds, you should drink 75 ounces of water. That's a lot of water.
Yeah.
But I think it also has a lot to do with the things that we've already talked about, how active you are. Are you in an air-conditioned or heated environment? What's the temperature? What kinds of things are you doing? And what are you eating? If you eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, you may not need to drink quite as much water as if you eat a lot of grains and meats, for example.
Because you're getting water from your fruits and vegetables?
Right.
Interesting. But 64 ounces is a sort of a goal, a sort of a general goal to strive for, perhaps.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it, but the way to best stay hydrated is to sip water over time. So instead of, drinking your 8 ounces all at once, to sip on water, drink 8 ounces over an hour.
Oh, well, I guess if you're working at a desk or something, that's possible. But if you're, I don't know, a professional organizer helping someone organize their closet, that's harder, right?
Well, it is harder, and it really requires you to bring a water bottle that is easy for you to drink out of.
Right. And keep close by.
Yep. And I have my favorite water bottle, which took a long time to find, but it has a flip top cap, so I can open it one-handed. It also locks, so I don't have to worry about spilling it. And it's an insulated metal water bottle, but has a silicone drinking spout. I don't know what that part's called.
It's not a straw. It's a sippy cup.
It's an opening.
Opening. Okay.
Yeah, it's a round opening. But we'll put a link to it. You've borrowed. I have a couple of them, and I think you borrowed one once for a trip to Walla Walla.
A blue. I think it was a pretty blue.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. So having a water bottle that is easy for you to drink out of is crucial to staying hydrated. And if you aren't a fan of water, which some people aren't, I love water. I choose to drink water most of the time. But if you don't like water, then trying, you can get different flavors. I know some people there's different like essential oil stuff, like people put lemon in it or something like that. Check that out before you try it. But that you can flavor your water to make it more enjoyable for you.
Yeah, I remember one of my team members had a water bottle that had a fruit infuser core. And so she would load it up with fruit and then I guess pour water through it and then drink the water, and the fruit stayed in the bottle. And she loved that. It was very interesting to look at too. And I guess maybe there was some nutrition, maybe not, but it made it more enjoyable.
Right.
Right. And is there any wisdom on iced water versus room temperature water?
I've read different things. One is that ice water is actually harder on your body, but when it's warm out, sometimes all I want is some ice water.
Yeah, I know it can feel really good, but it can also I can also see how it's harder on the body.
Yeah,
I'm always cold, so if I'm inside drinking ice water, I like fresh out of the refrigerator water, but not ice water.
Right, and while I think some of these things can be, slightly better or less good for your body, the key is to be getting water in. So if the way you'll drink water is by drinking ice water, drink ice water or drink room temperature water or, whatever it is that helps you drink water on a regular basis.
Right. I know when we're working, if I'm leading an organizing team, we're always telling each other, make sure you stay hydrated. It is so critical. And the days that I don't do it, by the end of the session, I have no brain cells left. I mean, It's like, I remember one time sitting down with the client to figure out the bill after the team members had left. And she offered me a glass of water and I chugged it down and then I could do the bill. But before it, I couldn't. I was like just kind of looking at her.
Yeah, like,
wish I could do math right now. Yeah.
Be super helpful.
Yeah, dehydration is real, man. I have one little thing that I've done that's helped me, which is not too long ago, I was at IKEA and I bought this inexpensive, but I think lovely, little carafe. I think
Is it the one with the big cork in the top?
Yeah, do you have that one?
Yes, I was just going to talk about that.
Oh, how about that? Yes, I think it holds 32 ounces. Uh-huh. And I can fill it from the Brita in the refrigerator next to my office. And it's just very enjoyable. I like to pour it into a smallish glass and sip away. And it feels so civilized.
Yeah, that's what my husband has been using to help him drink more water. Oh. It's made a big difference for him to be able to see the water level. Mm-hmm. And and so, I don't know if it's seeing the progress or, being able to recognize like, oh, I am drinking it or I'm not drinking it or, hey, this is still full. But having that visual reminder has been super helpful for him.
And the fact that it's as big as it is, so you just have to do 2 a day, is helpful to me because, but I hadn't thought about the fact that being able to see it and measure the progress is really helpful. Yeah, I love it for days that I'm at my desk. That's how I prefer to take in the water versus my, I have like what are those called? Those insulated tumblers, like Yeti. It's not, mine isn't a Yeti, but one like that has a glass straw. I kind of prefer glass straws and I like it, but I think the fact that I can't see the water, it makes it less fulfilling.
Right.
My employee Beth has this ginormous water bottle. It's made of plastic. It holds 64 ounces and it's marked. And it's got little encouraging things to say at each level. Halfway there,
That she did or that it came that way?
Oh, it came that way.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like she carries it on the job. I'm like, geez, it's just... But she does it. She says she gets her 64 ounces in every day.
Yeah, I mean, if you start with 64 and you have to empty it, that makes the goal very obvious.
Right. I had a client who had a Bluetooth-enabled water bottle. I don't fully know how it works because I remember thinking it was a little more complicated than I was interested in.
Yeah, and there are apps and things that you can use to encourage and or track your water consumption. I've not delved into any of those. I find it much easier to just know like, I have to drink one of these before lunch and one of these after lunch and follow it that way. How
many ounces does your preferred water bottle hold?
I think it's 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I also drink water with meals. Mm-hmm. And I have a big glass of water with my pills in the morning and so, I'm drinking other water throughout the day. So I feel like if I have at least 2 and preferably 3 of my water bottle, that with the other water that I am drinking, that I'm hitting my goal.
Right. Yeah. I heard a talk during the pandemic, a Zoom talk about health. And the speaker said that one of the best things you can do for yourself is start your day with a glass of water. Mm-hmm. And so I've been doing that now for a couple of years with my morning pills and supplements. And that is nice. I do it before I have my cup of coffee. I know you don't have a cup of coffee because you're above that.
No, I just don't like it.
Oh, right.
I wish I did.
Well, it's not a great habit to have. I only have the one, but still. But yeah, it is and it comes out of the refrigerator, Brita, so it's nice and cool and enjoyable.
Yeah. So I think it's useful to sort of experiment a little bit if you're having a hard time drinking enough water. Like, maybe you prefer cool water in the morning and room temperature water in the afternoon, or maybe it's the opposite. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't really like drinking a big glass of cold water. I don't want it any colder than the tap in the morning. Mm-hmm. But in the afternoon, sometimes I want a really nice cold glass of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is. Why not experiment? Maybe, and that's an interesting idea that different times of day you might want something different. That's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I will also say that if you are drinking, if you're drinking things with caffeine or alcohol, that sort of requires you to drink that much more water.
Oh, right. I've heard that. So what I think I just heard you say is I can have my glass of water in the morning, and then if I drink a cup of coffee, I just eliminated the value of that glass of water that I had before the coffee.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, right. If you have a 16-ounce cup of coffee.
16 ounce. Oh, sorry. That's a very large cup of coffee in my life.
That's a grande at Starbucks.
Okay, fair enough. Right.
But, it's because caffeine is a diuretic.
Right. So wait, I don't want to get too in the weeds on this, but if it's let's say it's a grande latte and half of it's milk. Is that 8 ounces?
Well, it's about the caffeine.
Right. So it's... But
I don't think there's a specific rule.
Shannon, I need this information.
I would think that for every cup of coffee, you should have about that much water.
Extra water. Above the 64. And for every glass of wine as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's safe. Like, it definitely don't count caffeinated or alcoholic beverages as part of your liquid intake.
Oh, no. Right. But... also, it requires offsetting, is what I'm hearing you say. And I have heard others say that.
Yeah.
But I'd forgotten. Darn, I was feeling pretty good. And now
you're a little sad again.
I am a little sad. It's okay, though. I can handle it.
Yeah. And I do feel like this is very rare, but that we should caution people a little bit that you can drink too much water. Mm-hmm. You can get something called hyponatremia, which is when you basically drink so much water that it lowers your sodium level, which is one of the electrolytes, so low that you can get sick. Mm-hmm. So that happened to my mom when she was in cancer treatment, and after her first chemotherapy, they said, I can't remember, drink an extra gallon of water today or something like that. And she literally did.
Because they think no one's ever going to actually do that. So they just want
so
them to
she
drink.
Drank 2 gallons of water in, afternoon, evening, and ended up in the hospital.
Oh, your poor mom. That's terrible.
Yeah. So, it's very rare, but that's another reason why you don't want to drink large amounts of water at one time. Mm-hmm. It literally just goes through you. Mm-hmm. So, and then that makes me feel like I just also need to say that, if you don't seem to be actually feeling hydrated, then you may need to have some electrolytes, some, sodium, potassium, chloride to help you actually hydrate your cells with that water.
Are you saying if you drink water and you still don't feel hydrated, then you need to add some electrolytes?
Yeah.
Got it. And I've always heard that if you feel thirsty, that means you're already dehydrated. So you should not wait to feel thirsty before you drink.
Right. I think that's true. And my biggest indicator of not being well hydrated is chapped lips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If my lips are chapped, it's because I'm not drinking enough water.
Yep.
So, yeah. But I think, just figuring out for you, what is the easiest way to get more water in is what's going to be most helpful. And, I love a good goal. I know you love a good goal.
I do.
So, the things we talked about, like, emptying that clear carafe, twice a day, or, knowing how many of your water bottles you should drink each day, or starting out the morning with a glass of water. But just think of all these things. And one of the things that I used to do is when I was forgetting to get up from my desk for long periods of time, I would get up and drink a glass of water every hour. And then I would have to go to the bathroom, and then I would have another glass of water. And it just it sort of got me in the habit. So then I didn't need to do it that often, but that I was just in the habit of getting up and getting a glass of water and moving around a little bit.
Right. That's great. Now I'm going to add hydration to my habit tracker in my bullet journal.
Nice. How will you know that you have met that habit?
I think it's going to be 2 of my carafes, or on days that I'm working with clients, X number of, I have to measure my water bottle, X number of refills on my bottle.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, we would love to hear from you, our listeners. How do you stay hydrated? Is this something you find easy or difficult? You can let us know in the show notes, leaving a comment at gettingtogoodenough.com. You can call 413-424-GTGE 4843. You can head over to Facebook or Instagram, where we're at Getting to Good Enough, or Twitter at GTG Enough. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope good enough is getting easier for you. I drank half my bottle of water during that.
I was hoping you couldn't hear me swallowing my water.